welcome to this deep dive. You sent us some really interesting material focusing on finding more clarity in your life.
Yeah, and building stronger support, developing that mental resilience. Good stuff.
Definitely. We've gone through everything you shared, sort of pulled out the key ideas, I think, to create a focused discussion, just for you.
Great, let's get into it.
So let's start.
It's great to be diving into these ideas. Looking at what you provided, there's this, central theme, isn't there?
Right.
About intentionally shaping your world, inside and out.
Taking control.
Exactly. So we'll explore how understanding your purpose acts like a compass, and how the people around you can, lift you up or kind of hold you back.
And mindset. Can't forget mindset.
Absolutely. That strong mindset is the bedrock for, lasting success.
Okay, let's unpack that first bit then. Finding your why. One of the concepts that really stood out was from Napoleon Hill, definiteness of purpose.
Yes, exactly. Definiteness of purpose.
Right. And the material used an example, let's call him Alex. Maybe someone listening can relate. Alex is busy, working hard, doing all the things.
Taking the boxes.
Yeah, but still feels adrift, like lacking real direction, until one night he just asks himself, why? Why am I doing all this?
That's such a powerful question, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I think, honestly, a lot of people grapple with that.
I think so too.
It's weirdly easy to get caught up in just the doing of life without really knowing the why behind it.
The motivation.
Right. And Hill's concept, the definiteness of purpose, it really pushes us to get crystal clear on what we want.
And not just what, but the drive behind it.
Precisely. He said, let me see. There is one quality which one must possess to win, and that is definiteness of purpose, the knowledge of what one wants, and a burning desire to possess it.
That burning desire part, wow, that really hits home.
It does. It's not just like a casual wish. It's deep. It's commitment.
And without that, that clarity, the sources suggested we just get easily distracted.
Totally. You end up saying yes to things that don't really fit.
Or maybe chasing goals that aren't even yours. Someone else's idea of success.
Exactly. And that just leads to feeling, tired, frustrated, unfulfilled.
Makes sense, like running on a hamster wheel.
Sort of, yeah. Think about it like a trip. If you don't know where you're going, well, any road will get you somewhere.
But maybe not where you actually wanted to end up.
Precisely. Your purpose is that destination. It gives you a framework, helps you decide how to spend your time, your energy.
One source used a garden analogy I liked. If you don't plant seeds, your purpose,
Right.
you just get weeds, whatever grows wild.
That's a great way to put it. A fulfilling life needs that intention, that planting. The purpose is the seed.
And the habits, what are they?
Habits are the water and sunlight, the consistent effort, and mindset. That's the soil. We'll get more into that later, but it's crucial.
Okay, so how do you find that seed, your purpose? The materials had some good starting points, like asking better questions.
Yes. Not just vague stuff like, what should I do? More like, what makes me feel really alive, energized?
Or what problems out there do I actually care about solving?
Or even, what would I still do, even if money wasn't involved?
That's a good one.
Those kinds of questions get to your core, what truly matters to you.
It doesn't have to be some huge dramatic thing either, right?
Not at all. Often it's just a quiet knowing, something that aligns with your values, your passions.
Another powerful idea was looking at your own pain or struggles.
Yeah, reflecting on adversity. Sometimes the things we've overcome, the challenges we faced, they actually become the foundation of our purpose.
Like someone who felt really alone might find purpose in building community.
Exactly. Or someone who overcame poverty might want to help others find financial stability. It reframes the difficulty.
I really like that idea of crafting a North Star sentence too. I want to help blank do blank because blank.
That structure is really helpful.
The example was, I want to help single parents build stronger families because I know how hard it is to do it alone. That's so clear.
It really is. It summarizes who you serve, the impact you want, and your personal why, like a touchstone.
Something to come back to.
Right. And one source shared a personal story, remember, about that job. Paid well, but felt empty.
Yeah, it's draining.
The shift came from asking, what difference do I really want to make? It shows finding purpose is often a journey, right? Not instant. It takes exploration.
Okay, so based on all that, here's maybe a first action step for listeners. Grab a notebook or just your phone and try answering these 3 questions.
Good idea.
1, What do I genuinely care about? Like more than money or status? 2, if I could solve one big problem in the world, what would it be?
Yeah.
And 3, what kind of person do I want to become in the next, say, 5 years?
Those are powerful questions to sit with. And remember that Tony Robbins quote?
Which one?
People are not lazy. They simply have impotent goals. That is, goals that do not inspire them.
Ah, yes. So your purpose needs to be inspiring. That's the fuel.
Exactly. It needs to light that fire.
So, to wrap up this part on purpose, it gives meaning, even to tough times. It makes you value your time differently.
And it lets you say no to the stuff that doesn't matter.
So you can say yes to what does. Okay, let's shift gears.
Let's talk about your support system, building that inner circle.
Right. There was a story in the materials about 2 people, Mia and Sarah, similar goals.
But totally different environments. One had support, encouragement.
Yeah.
The other didn't.
And the supported one, Sarah, she succeeded. Not because she was smarter, necessarily.
But because that positive environment fueled her, it makes a huge difference.
This ties back to Napoleon Hill again, right? His mastermind principle.
That's exactly. The idea of intentionally surrounding yourself with people who challenge you, believe in you, help you grow.
It's like building a team for your mind.
That's a good way to put it. It amplifies your thoughts, strengthens your dreams, helps you tackle obstacles together.
And it's not just for business, is it? The principle applies more broadly.
Oh, absolutely. Think about health goals. If your friends are all about fitness, it rubs off right.
Yeah, makes it easier. We're just wanting more positivity.
Exactly. Being around optimistic people naturally lifts your own outlook. It's infectious, in a good way.
The garden analogy came back here too, didn't it? Relationships as weather.
It did. Positive people are like sunlight and rain. They nourish you.
And negative ones.
They're like storms or pests. They can really hinder your growth. Your energy is so valuable.
So true. You have to protect it. Avoid the drama, the doubt.
Right. The materials even categorize people, which I found helpful. You've got the builders.
The supportive ones, your allies.
Then the talkers. Nice words, but maybe not much follow through.
Okay.
The doubters, who often project their own fears onto you.
Ooh, yeah, watch out for those.
And the drainers, just consistently negative, maybe judgmental.
So the advice is basically be selective about that inner circle, while still being kind to everyone, obviously.
Precisely. Be discerning. Protect your energy.
And that idea of a small mastermind group,
Yes.
like 1 to 3 people, that sounds really practical.
It does. Just having that regular check-in, sharing goals, getting feedback, holding each other accountable.
Focusing on solutions, not just problems.
Yes. And celebrating the wins, big or small.
There's that saying, isn't there? You're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Jim Rohn.
That's the one. And the sources really hammered this home. Your immediate social world has a huge impact.
One person shared that story about distancing from a negative friend.
Gently shifting away. And the positive effect it had on their mindset, their results. It was noticeable.
It's not about being harsh, just making conscious choices, gradual shifts.
Exactly. Prioritizing relationships that uplift you.
Okay, action step time for this section, based on the sources. Maybe write down the 5 people you hang out with most.
Great exercise.
And then just reflect. Do they energize me or drain me? Do they support my growth? Honestly.
And honesty is key.
Then, maybe make an effort to connect with one new person who shares your values or goals.
Could be online, a class, even someone whose book you admire or a virtual mentor.
Good point. And find someone you already know for a regular check-in, for that accountability piece.
Yeah, mutual support, it really works.
And remember that ripple effect idea. Your growth can actually inspire others too.
It really can. It's not just about you.
Like Denzel Washington said, apparently. Show me your friends and I'll show you your future.
Wow. That's blunt, but powerful.
Yeah. It really underlines how important that supportive circle is, even if it starts really small.
Okay, third pillar. Mental resilience. Thinking strong, staying strong.
Yes. This part kicked off with that story about learning piano, David and James.
Right, similar starting point, but different mindsets made all the difference.
James kept going after mistakes, like, okay, I'll get it next time. Persistence.
While David decided, oh, I'm just not talented, and basically quit.
It wasn't about talent, though, was it? It was the belief, the mindset.
Exactly. Which brings us to that concept of a positive mental attitude, PMA. The materials called it maybe the most important success habit.
Because even with a clear goal and good people around you,
If your mind is full of doubt, negativity, you will sabotage yourself.
so PMA shapes how you react to things.
Totally. Like throw stuff at you.
Right.
Do you react with why me?
Or, okay, what can I learn here?
That's the shift. And it's crucial to get that mindset isn't fixed. It's not something you just have.
It's like a muscle. You have to work it out, practice it.
Exactly. It's a habit you build. Consciously choosing your responses.
So how do you build it? The sources had some practical tips, watching your words.
Yes, huge one. Both internal self-talk and what you say out loud. Swapping "I can't" for "I'll try" or "I'll figure it out."
Oh, I'm terrible at this becomes I'm learning.
Little shifts like that add up. Another one was flipping the problem.
Finding the lesson in rejection or a mistake.
Yeah, looking for the opportunity hidden in the challenge. And starting your day with intention.
Just taking a moment for gratitude, setting a positive tone.
Even just that can make a big difference to your whole day's outlook.
And persistence came up again here too.
Oh yeah, can't overstate it. That quote, "Persistence beats talent when talent quits."
It's like those two runners. The naturally fast one gives up.
And the steadier one, who just keeps going, finishes the race.
Life's gonna test you, right? Self-doubt will creep in.
Absolutely. Setbacks are inevitable, but getting back up is a form of winning. That's resilience.
I like the mindset toolbox idea, things you can use.
Yeah, practical tools like affirmations, positive self-talk.
Repeating things like, I am learning, I am growing, I am becoming stronger.
Also, just silence. Taking moments to breathe, reflect, center yourself.
And finding inspiration, uplifting stuff, quotes, stories, maybe this deep dive.
Hopefully. And tracking your progress, actually noticing your accomplishments, even small ones.
That builds momentum, doesn't it?
It really does. And finally, that idea of continuous learning, staying sharp.
Like sharpening a blade.
Good analogy. Keep seeking knowledge. From books, conversations, failures, mentors, your own past.
It keeps your mind adaptable,
Yeah.
resilient.
There was that quote, "Your personality creates your personal reality." Joe Dispenza.
Right, meaning as you grow internally, your external results change too.
Exactly. It's all connected.
Okay, so wrapping up this last part, the 3 pillars from the material. Clarity of purpose,
Your direction.
a supportive circle,
Your strength and encouragement.
and a resilient mindset.
Your ability to navigate challenges and keep going.
And none of these are overnight fixes, right? It's about consistent daily practice.
Definitely. Small steps, consistently taken over time. That's where the real power is.
So a final action step from the sources for this section. Try writing 1 paragraph before sleep. Start it with, I am proud of myself because.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, focus on effort, growth, small steps, not perfection.
That's a great practice. Shifts focus to progress.
So as we kind of finish this deep dive, looking at everything you shared, it's really clear how linked these 3 things are, isn't it? Purpose, people, mindset.
Absolutely interconnected. They all work together to create that more meaningful, fulfilling life.
We really hope you, the listener, will think about those action steps we talked about. See how you might bring them into your own daily routine.
Even starting small. Remember, it's an ongoing journey. Self-discovery, growth.
Yeah.
It doesn't really end.
It's about consciously shaping your life, like you said, from the inside out.
Yeah. Hopefully this exploration gave you some valuable insights, maybe a renewed sense of direction. Keep walking your path.
Thank you for letting us dig into these really important concepts with you today. Keep exploring them. See how they resonate uniquely for you.